So I just saw Sonic 2, the second Sonic. That is correct. Interesting, I just did a commentary on the first one, and that got copyrighted to hell. So, you know, go watch it, go support it, before it gets taken down again. It might already be taken down again by the time you watch this video. The copyright system is broken on YouTube. But enough about that. Let's talk about the movie. Sonic 2 is bad, very bad. It's a horrible, horrible piece of shit. I'm very sorry. I wanted to like it. I was thinking, they have more video game-ness in there. Maybe they're going to improve. They really didn't. I feel like everything that was bad about the first one, same thing over here, and there's a whole new mess of problems. But let's get into it. It's directed by the same guy who directed the first movie, who I didn't credit in my commentary. His name is Jeff Fowler. His directing style is that he has no directing style. It's just very still. There's some scenes where I wonder how funny it must have been to film it, because it's literally just a bunch of CGI characters talking, but in a real environment. So they just placed the camera down at certain angles or whatever, and just like took snapshots, because that's all they had to fucking do. CGI is pretty bad. At no point did I ever feel like these characters were in the environment with the human characters. It all just felt completely fake, which wouldn't be that bad, because like I said in my commentary, if they had embraced a Who Framed Roger Rabbit style where they were video game characters and everyone knew that they were video game characters, that would have worked. But for what it is, these designs just don't mesh well with the real world setting. I guess it was kind of a lose-lose situation though, because I'm also incredibly thankful they didn't go with that real world Sonic design. I don't envy the makers of this movie. Sonic, played by Ben Schwartz again. Ben Schwartz, good actor. Liked him in Parks and Rec. He's bad in these movies. It always feels like he recorded separately from the rest of the cast, which he probably did. And it always feels like his performance is just unorganic to everyone. Someone will say something in a serious tone, and then he'll respond back in a laughing, jovial tone when the script calls for him to be serious, and the two performances don't mesh together at all. I don't want to sound biased here. I had a similar problem with Bradley Cooper in the Avengers movies playing Rocket Raccoon, but to a lesser effect, of course. Jim Carrey's in this movie. I was excited for this movie specifically to see Jim Carrey do his Jim Carrey thing, because I like Jim Carrey. But when you watch the movie, you realize that the director was just kind of like, yeah, just do your thing. Every time we cut to you, just do a wacky thing again, because you're Jim Carrey. It always felt like he was in a completely different movie. The tone in all doesn't really mesh in this film. In some parts, they're trying to make, your typical sequel to the first movie. In some parts, they're trying to make it for the video game fans by including all this other video game shit in there. And at other points, it's a Jim Carrey comedy where he's just acting like a cartoon character. He's more of a cartoon character than the other cartoon characters. I should give some praise to the movie, right? Let's talk about Idris Elba as Knuckles. Everyone was making fun of this casting, but you know what? Fuck it. He does a stand-up job. Idris Elba is a class act. He's a great actor. And his acting, even though it's just voiceover, it's fucking great. He kind of just delves into that character kind of perfectly, oddly enough. I can't say the same for the girl who plays Tails. I'm sorry. I know that people love her and that she plays the character in the video games. And honestly, kudos to the filmmakers for casting the video game voice actor in the movie. But with that said, I never felt like it was a little boy. It always sounded like it's a woman doing a boy voice. I'm sorry. And her lines never felt natural. Tails' lines never felt natural. They always felt video gamey. Like the responses are so quick and so sudden. It just feels like this person wasn't prepared for the emotional role of this movie. I hate talking shit about the actors, because it's not their fault. All right, I'm sure this actor would have done a great job. It's the director's fault. Jeff Fowler, I blame you. I don't blame this actress who I'm labeling here. Don't hurt me, video game fans. The pacing for this movie is all over the fucking place. They have an extended dance sequence, which has nothing to do with the overall plot, but they need to get a map at one point, and then the restaurant owners challenge Sonic and Tails to a dance match. I'm laughing because I can't believe that actually happened. That actually happens. It goes on for 5 minutes. It has nothing to do with the plot. Why the fuck is that there? But that is nothing compared to the absurd sequence where all of a sudden they're at this wedding, which I guess was set up from the beginning, kind of in the background, but then you learn that they were secret agents, and we go on this huge romantic comedy style side plot with the stepsister, who's not even like a main character in the film. And they said they don't even resolve that plot line. She just disappears from the movie. But I swear to God, if you haven't seen this movie, you're going to think I'm crazy, but they spend so much time focused on her and this plot line about like, oh, she's mad about this secret agent who pretended to fall in love with her. Why did they spend so much time on this stupid plot line? This is a kid's movie. I feel like it's there to appeal to moms. That's who those are the people who are going to laugh at that segment, not kids. Kids are not going to find it funny. The only people who are going to find it funny are moms and people who watch the movie ironically. Look, what can I say? All right, I'm going to steal a line from YMS. But I understand that this movie is made for kids, and kids will probably love it. But I am not a kid, and I cannot rate it as a kid, you know? I cannot go back and find my 5-year-old self and ask my 5-year-old self how I would like this movie, how I would rate this movie. I can only rate it as a fucking... I was about to say my age, but I'm too old. I'm too old to be watching Sonic. Okay, I'm giving this a 2 out of 10. That's right. It's very low. And I have friends who like it. I'm sorry, dude. Holy shit.